What is going on, Bulldogs? Today we are going to be continuing this series on how YouTubers make money. Kind of cool YouTubers, just people that I follow. You guys have been asking me, and I'm interested in sharing with you the YouTubers I follow. If you want to check out the rest of the series, there is a card in the and also a link in the description for the playlist of these videos on cool people, cool YouTubers. And I just want to give some shout outs, some cred. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about Brandon Carter. If I can find him on there's so many of these interesting videos that are showing up on my on my auto suggestion here. But let's go to subscriptions before I get distracted. You can see that I've the stuff that I'm interested in here. So we're going to be looking at Brandon Carter stuff today. And I've got some interesting stories to tell you about Brandon Carter. Brandon Carter is actually a friend of mine, and I met him at an Elliot Hulse event. So if you guys don't know, Elliot Hulse was one of the guys that inspired me to really start YouTube. And a lot of the format, the way that I do YouTube videos, was inspired by Elliot Hulse. Brandon Carter is also another one of those who changed the way that I did YouTube videos. So Elliot Hulse was someone who really inspired me to start making YouTube videos. I was living in Tampa. I went to one of his events. He had this workshop type of seminar thing and then strength camp afterwards. And when I was there, I actually ran into Brandon Carter. I actually didn't know who he was at the time. I wasn't watching his videos, but he was kind of a mini celebrity over there. And we started talking, about audiobooks. We started sharing audiobook. So, it turns out that Brandon is a huge reader, just like I am. Listen to a lot of audiobooks. In fact, you can find my first interview with him on this channel back a few years ago. I think I might have interviewed him on the channel a second time. I'm not sure. I should probably get him on the channel again anyway. But, since then, we've met up at different conferences and stuff, as we're both going to digital marketing conferences and fitness type of related stuff. So, and he's just become super, super successful, right? So he's a really cool guy. Like I said, very, very intelligent, very, very brilliant guy who reads a ton of books, right? And this is one of these things, guys, that you should understand and know, is that reading books is really important, okay? That's why I do book reviews on this channel. If you want to, check out my playlist on all the book reviews that I do so you can get some ideas for some good books that you should read. But you should be reading the books or listening to audiobooks, same thing. You can debate whether it's the same thing, but it's the same thing. You're getting the information. You're not going to go far in life without reading books, right? It's every single entrepreneur that I know, successful person I know of, is an avid reader. Almost without exception. There's a few exceptions I could think of. Alpha M would be one of those, but for the most part, most people are big readers. So without further ado, let's jump into the Brandon Carter stuff here. I just want to give you kind of the backstory here. So anyway, like I said, he's a cool guy. I consider him a friend, and yeah. So if we go back, to the history of his channel, some of the biggest things that he had success with, he's actually had his channel banned, I believe, before when he was doing music and stuff. But then he figured out this abs, that he's got really, really built abs, really muscular abs, which is kind of interesting. When I saw him, and I'll give you a little bit of story of how he influenced me. But before I had seen his physique, I was pretty sure that, you don't need to directly work abs, but he's actually able to carry a significantly higher body fat and still have quite visible abs, and it's because of the size of his abs. So there is definitely some truth to that. I started working abs after I saw that and realized that was the truth. He's got, these videos were kind of the hallmark, the things that really boost up his channel. If you look at it, it only takes a few really good videos, and he really capitalized on this asset that he has here, right? And so his most popular video is this 15-minute abdominal assault workout, number 6. It's kind of interesting. It's number 6, how to get six-pack and burn fat fast. So this is pretty good, right, titling here. But he's got 9.7 million views on this video they did 4 years ago. And then you can see, he's got this awesome form. The abs workout for men and women, 5.5 million. So, people want to get abs and they want to do it in 15 minutes. And yeah, so This is, like he discovered that. Now, that's not what his channel is about today. It's he's gone in a lot of different directions. He's got a lot of really cool stuff. So, I'll back up a little bit and talk about how he influenced me specifically, right? So when Elliot Holmes kind of gave me the framework, kind of the idea for how I wanted to approach YouTube and the kind of videos I want to make and talk about philosophy and combining that with everything else in life. But Brandon Carter, when I started watching his videos, after that meeting, there's like this metamorphosis 2.0, right? Where people started saying, hey, you're starting to act like Brandon Carter. You're cussing on your channel and shit. And there was some of that emulation, right? For sure. But he kind of broke me out of my mold in two ways. One is like, I saw that his approaches were just more genuine and authentic than I was being. I was trying to be a little, and it really freed me. So I was like, oh, fuck this. I'm just going to say whatever the fuck I want. I'm going to talk about what I want. I don't give a fuck about, polarizing my audience. I want to polarize my audience. So that was kind of a flip that switched when I started talking to him and we started discussing this and I saw some of his videos. And then the other one was the frequency, right? Before then, I was afraid of making videos too frequently, but he's like, no. I was doing like a video a day and it was just, the more videos I did, the better my growth was. And I found that to be true. So I started doing that. So those are two big ways he influenced me. If we look at his videos, though, it's kind of hard to say, right? Again, his most popular videos, which he's put here, are these ab ones. That's not typically what his videos are. If you look at some of his recent uploads, these are kind of interesting. He's kind of become the keto guy, right? So on Instagram, he's Keto King. By the way, follow him on Instagram and subscribe to his channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, thumbs up, like, all that kind of stuff. But he does some kind of cool, like he's got some musical talent. So he has like these kind of cool little videos where he's got, and he definitely has figured out that Bella that works with him is a good way to promote his stuff. It works, especially on Instagram. It's smart. She's got a booty on her, so it's pretty smart. It's pretty smart marketing, right? So he's got a lot of videos here, again, where he's talking about motivation. He's got some great motivational videos, and the fitness type of stuff that he talks about today is I like the format that he's been going to, where he's like asking a question that someone has. I think these are good. They're kind of basic for me, but I think it's a smart move for him with the channel, right? A lot of his stuff was a lot more advanced earlier, okay, but what ended up happening was it's going to lose most of the viewers. Most of the people that are coming here are very beginner. Again, he's pulling a lot of people in from the ab type of stuff. So it's better to ask and answer these basic questions with some basic answers. So I still find some value definitely in some of the fitness related stuff, but at the Jeff Nippard level of getting really deep into the science of it is more of the stuff that benefits me more today. Although for most people, what Brandon is putting out is going to be more valuable, if that makes sense. Okay. So his motivational stuff, really, really good. And just kind of interesting kind of stuff that he has here. Right. So, you can see these, why you're not getting ripped, 3 huge mistakes. Again, pretty smart content strategy that he's got going on here with his videos. If we take a look at his playlist here, I don't know if I've looked at his playlist. So it looks like he hasn't been messing with the playlists very, very much anymore. Okay. And his growth has kind of slowed down, I think, because when I first met him, he was at like 500,000 subscribers. And that was like a few years ago, and he's at 773. So I'm not sure what's happened with the growth of there. His frequency decreased for a while, but I think he's got a system back in place now, and it's good. He also has a secondary channel where it's like his vlog channel, and it's kind of interesting too, right? You would think, and I've noticed this with a lot of popular YouTubers, is that their secondary channel is not. They're not just gaining subscribers. You would think that it would be easy because they already have one channel, but on this main channel, he's got 773. And then if I look at his other channel, where is it? Why is it? That's weird that my subscriptions are. Anyway, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's go back. We can go back to his channel and we can see how he's making money. Now, I happen to know, I've studied what he's doing a lot and talked to him a lot. So I happen to know a lot of what he's doing here. He's tried a lot of different things too, by the way. This is a good, like look at all the different things that he's tried, right? He stopped doing the books so much. He was doing this book club. I actually really like that because he has some good insight and some really good book selections. If you want to find some good book selections, besides I've got a playlist, but check out his stuff too. Okay, and then he's got some random videos, Q&A sessions. You can see how he's kind of evolved his business strategy and everything as a YouTuber as well. So if we look at what is he doing now, let's take a look at what he's doing now to make money. Okay, I think, King Keto, he bought this Instagram title. He's definitely doing a lot of promotion on Instagram, which is smart. Instagram is a great place today to make money. And you can look and see here that he's got this get ripped and build muscle with this free. So he's got the simple shred solution. I'm going to guess, okay, it's ClickFunnels here. So this is a squeeze page here where he's getting an email address and name. That's great. And that's the first link in there. That's a good, smart strategy, same strategy that I use. You guys, signing up, take my Bulldog mindset quiz, right? And that's same thing here. Very similar strategy, okay, which is good. This is internet marketing. You have to do this to make money online to build a business, okay? Now, one of the other things that he's got going on, this is probably his biggest thing right now, and he's promoting the fat burner here, but he has, interesting, I haven't been to the site in a while. Wow, he's got kind of his older stuff here. Because he's got supplements. It's called Bro Labs, right? And so you can see his link on Amazon here. But he's got this T-Rex, the fat burner. He's got this Rebellion and Revolt. And I've tried his stuff. It's actually pretty good. I like his pre-workout. I stopped doing the BCAAs. I'm not going to get into that. But he's got even his own creatine and stuff. So really cool. He's definitely made a lot of money and has converted over his whole thing to mostly this Bro Labs where he's selling these supplements, and he's doing a good job of selling them on Amazon. He's making some good money doing this kind of thing, and I think it's a smart move for him as well. So that's his basic strategy right now. But he also does a lot of other things to make money. I mean, he is a brilliant business guy, and I'm spending a lot of time talking about him because he is such a brilliant business mind. Okay, he has built a huge business for himself, and he's a freaking hard worker. Okay, so he's got another lead magnet here with his ebook. He's got his supplements. Definitely promoting the Instagram. Oh, he's kind of funny. He's got his B Carter Music Instagram. So his old one. I wonder what. Oh, because this is the abdominal assault, right? So this was what he was doing, right? So let's take a look at what he is doing now. That's kind of interesting. So if we look at like this one, this Christmas mode, this is a new one here. And yes, he is utilizing that asset quite a bit. So it's smart though. Smart. Okay, so Bro Labs is his big thing, right? He did a Black Friday sale. Let's take a look at that. Okay. So, his promotion and the way that he does it is just spot on, right? He does a really good job of this stuff. His marketing is top notch, right? And then we can look on here and see what else he has here. But, this is like just really good stuff. Okay. He does online coaching, and then he uses this in a lot of his videos, which is good. And he's got all kinds of like programs. He had one on and I'm not sure what, if he's testing stuff out, but he had some stuff on basically building a business and building a fitness business. Really good. I think those are probably high ticket things. He's got his, High Life brand, and he's been selling his gear for a while here, pretty popular shirts. So a lot of good ways that he's making money, right? He has figured out a lot of ways. He's got lead magnets on Amazon that he's selling, that he's getting people in. I'm doing the same thing with the Bulldog Mindset with the Stop Being Lazy book. But yeah, he's definitely got a lot of this dialed in and figured out. Here's his secondary channel. It's right here, the vlog channel. Which he's got some good stuff on here. This is kind of interesting if you want to see the behind the scenes stuff there. He's done some partnerships with Connor Murphy also, which is kind of interesting. And they're selling their own clothing line. I think I forget what the name of it is, but that's worth checking out. It looks pretty nice as well. He's not really advertising it here. It's interesting. That's mostly on Instagram, I think. But he's got so many things going on that it's kind of hard to keep track of all that stuff. So a great example, like I said, I think of building not just a successful YouTube following, but a huge business on that, building a supplement company, you know, information products, merchandising, coaching, courses, pretty much everything that you can do. And he goes and he speaks at places. He's just a extremely hard worker, someone to model after, and he reads a lot of books. So, all right, guys, I think that's enough of me talking about Brandon Carter. You should definitely subscribe to him and follow him, because he's got a lot of great advice out there, and just a good example of someone who's killing it. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. If you haven't already, make sure you share this with Brandon Carter. Let him know that I'm promoting his channel and his stuff, because that helps me. It helps him as well. And click the subscribe button. Subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time in the next episode of this series. Take care.